All right, my friends, welcome to the new improved topping and biscuit gear guide here today for you, all about Mint Choco Cookie as we get the new magic candy as well. So thank you for tuning in. As always, we're going to break everything that you need to know down for you today in the episode. If you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, if you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know, because I'd love to hear from you as always, and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. So down below, you will find all the information that you need to know in today's episode and timestamps, along with plenty more, obviously, as always. And additionally here, my friends, we'll talk a little bit about Mint Choco Chip, or Mint Choco Cookie here. We'll go through the lovely magic candy, give you the toppings and biscuits of choice, go further on and break it all down, like I said in today's episode. So let's get into it here, because you are here for this specific reason. How do I build Mint Choco Cookie here? So a couple things. First and foremost, this is a support cookie. It's a rear cookie with the latest and greatest update here recently. We also now have access to a wind elemental type, so that is also new. So first and foremost here, let's take a look at the moveset. We have Battlefield Symphony. This is a 16-second cooldown, so a little while to make it go off. Let's read further and see what we got. Mint Choco Cookie plays a sublime melody that increases the team's attack speed, applies a warm breeze buff, and grants HP shield to wind-type cookies. Upon playing a melodic tune, he inflicts damage on enemies with his Mint Gust and heals allies' HP equal to a portion of the damage inflicted. Once Mint Choco Cookie gains enough Tailwind stacks, he will heal his allies once more with refreshing performance. So this is definitely new, a little bit new here. And additionally, here's what we have on top of that. Healing 140% of attack, Mint Gust damage at almost 800% there. Mint Gust healing at 13.5% of Mint Gust damage, capped at 150% of current attack. Attack speed 40% for 10 seconds, stacks up to ×2. Warm breeze damage resist there, plus 15%. Attack speed debuff resist plus 15 for 10 seconds, stacks up to 2 times. HP shield blocks 10% of max HP for 5 seconds. Bonus healing 11.3% of team's total attack when ×1 stacks of Tailwind are reached. Tailwind damage resist plus 10%, attack speed plus 7% self for 10% upon regular attacks, stacks up to ×3. So we have a lot of things in this one now that is a little bit different than the last one. Big in terms of two things: getting the healing in, getting attack speed buffs, huge buffs for the wind elemental types, and then now we have this damage here with the Mint Gust as well. So very important to see that. So let's go ahead and continue to break this down. First and foremost, though, we're going to take a look at the lovely Mint Choco skill set here. So this is all the stuff that we just read previously. So you can see music of the wind, cyclone damage, healing right there, capped attack, capped up to three stacks, extra healing, wind type damage, all that fun stuff, minus attack for 15% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 1. At 10, we get healing 30% of damage dealt by regular attacks of the ally with the lowest HP, capped at 200% of attack. So big to know that. 40 and then 50. So essentially your damage dealer is going to help heal the rest of your team as well. 30% damage dealt by regular attacks of the ally with the lowest HP. So healing 30% of the damage dealt. So very important. So with that, let's go ahead and get this thing created so that we have it here today. And officially, my friends, can have our magic candy, not only success, ready to go here. Now, again, key is getting to that +10 to really take advantage of it. We got a long ways to go, a little bit of a ways. We're going to keep doing this here. Now, for sure, like me, as the #1 free-to-play player, sometimes this thing can take you a while. Unless you're going to go ahead and make some of that investment and use the speed ups on this, that would be one way to make it happen just a little bit faster. So I wanted to give you that idea. We got a little bit of ways to go regardless. So very important there on a number of fronts. So how does that now change things? How does that now impact things? Let's go ahead and we're going to max level this out as well, because it's always great to make investments in our cookies. Now let's go ahead and talk about our biscuits first. So the big thing on this one now in particular that can be of consideration here, you could, in all honesty, go through damage resist bypass. Why? Because we're dealing damage with this cookie now. That is something that you could consider. So in our case here, there's one like this right here that we have on Star Coral. attack speed, damage resist, bypass, and amplify buff. Not a terrible one that we could put on there. However, other things that you definitely want to consider: more attack. It scales off attack, so don't forget that. And again, the other big one is going to be cooldown. This is a great spot to add cooldown and damage resistance. So if you're focused on survivability and the reset of the skill, that can be a good one there for you to focus on. More attack is also going to help you scale. So when we go back to this, look at these things again. Of current attack, attack speed, breeze, attack buff, all these other pieces there. Team's total attack when stacks of Tailwind are reached. So lots of things there. Healing, percent of attack. So lots of things to keep in mind. Now this again is a pretty long again cooldown on this at 16 seconds. So keep those things in mind. This goes up to 5 seconds, this goes up to 10 seconds. You definitely want to at least be under a 10-second to get more than one stack. And then additionally here, when you do look at that magic candy, again, we can see stacks up to 3 times, 10 seconds as well there. So ideally, everything you're going to want to have, at least on that cooldown, needs to be less than 16 seconds. Well, less than 10 seconds is what I meant to say, to take advantage of these stacks. So that is always a big piece and thing to keep in mind for your team, because it makes a huge difference. So at least get it below there. So why am I saying that? I'm saying that because it's really going to depend on not only your Beascuit in terms of what you're thinking about here, but also what you're going to use for your topping. So we're going to talk about that here in a second. Again, key prioritization: attack, damage resist for, again, squishability, cooldown. Additionally there, if you do want to go through, you can actually use the damage resist bypass, interestingly enough, for a cookie like this in the support side. So throwing that out there as something being a little bit unique. And don't forget, you could always try amplify buff. Ideally, what I would probably do is I would probably focus on cooldown, depending on what you do with your toppings. Focus on attack, because that's where your scaling is. Damage resist when you need that additional survivability. And a lot of these things are going to depend on how you're leveraging this cookie, whether it's PvE, PvP, and some of the different events and those kinds of things. So it's always good to kind of have a multitude of different toppings of different Beascuits here as you kind of build your game out in your account. All right, so that's the first piece. The second piece here is certainly on the toppings. There is one key here that you're going to notice. One, we can now build a attack oriented one. So I do want to call that out. And before we do any more here, we definitely and most certainly cannot forget that on top of that, love it, we made the investment, we get lots of things. We do have our storage, we do have our usables, and in these, we certainly have our life sprouting toppings. Now, I don't have 5, so I can't use 5 on this cookie. This certainly can be a consideration for you. So if you saw some of our other videos on Wind Archer Cookie, we're going all in on attack. This might be a good opportunity to make a cooldown set for this particular cookie. You can always swap between the two if you need to. And why do I bring that up? I bring it up so that at least you have a separate set that is a little bit different should you get on that path. And what you can do with this cookie, again, is definitely focus on cooldown to start. When you see that cooldown of 20%, roughly, that's going to give us a good number of cooldown on our cookie here. So from 16, every 10 seconds is going to get about 2 seconds off. So we're almost a little over 3 on that in general. We do have a 4-second start here. You can keep those things in mind as you kind of continue to pull and strip down that cooldown. Now, again, we definitely at least want to be under 10 seconds. So as you continue to work through that, and how your cookie's built and all your other buffs, all those things, keep that stuff in mind. That's why I say the second set that you could have is certainly attack. Again, because a couple key pieces here. When we do think about these things, we want to have that attack focus. We also want to have the cooldown focus and probably the damage resist. I'm going to say those 3 are going to be your key 3 to focus on your bonus effects here. And again, you can blend it between the 2 with your Beascuit and here. So again, we're going to focus on this as a priority. Then what we do is we slowly tweak away on some of the cooldown and go more in on attack to scale for bigger and better heals. That is a big key on the fine tuning of this cookie. Now, as you can see with mine in particular, not great, well, we got attack there, we got some more cooldown there, we got some attack speed, more cooldown there. attack, defense, HP. So we got a lot of room that we can focus in on this particular cookie to make it a little bit better. Similar thing on the other side with that Beascuit. We got a little bit more things that we can work on as well. But as a free-to-play player, always great opportunities to improve and tweak even further. Now, a couple things again, you could have a second set on attack. And if you need survivability, you could go damage resist as well. So I want to call those pieces out for you. All right, so here we go. We got a cooldown cookie. We got our Beascuits built. We got our magic candy in store. Again, on this Beascuit, we could do just slightly better and a lot better here as well. Let's go ahead and go for a run. Now, a couple things with this particular cookie as we move to 829, there's our Wind Archer cookie. We will actually try and get by this first with just Mint Choco because we do have that damage as well. Ooh, now, again, a couple things on this as always. Here we go. We can get rid of our Wind Archer. We're going to go at it for 294 against 257. Let's see how this goes. Yes, it is a support cookie, so don't forget that. All right, here we go. 829, my friends. Let's see how this plays out. Wow, did you see that? Took it down. Here it is. Boom. And we're under that 10 seconds, which has given us the 2 stacks. So very, very nice there on terms of where we're at. Very, very important. Now, if we start to add more cooldown in on the Beascuit or get more on our toppings, you can begin to play around with these things just a little bit more. Look at this. So awesome. And there we go. And there's the damage that you can see on the tailwind attacks and the stacks. And then again, the final hit there, taking it down with our support cookie. How awesome is that, my friends? And again, the nice thing about Mint Choco here is you can get them from the mileage shop and you can get them to 5-star. I'm still at 4. Certainly we could go finish that out. All right, check that out, my friends. Such an amazing buff, such an amazing upgrade to this one. Really enjoying it and really enjoying what we can do with this cookie. So many awesome opportunities, just like our guild battles that we've just covered. You can check that out here on the channel as well. And as always, with that, if you still got a question, if you got a comment about Mint Choco Cookie, let me know because I'd love to hear from you and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. We broke down this cookie, we broke down the magic candy, we broke down the Beascuits and the toppings here. All about this one for you in today's guide so that you have all the gear and all the information that you need to know to be successful with this particular cookie. Lastly, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate you and your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community. It's a great way to stay connected, in touch, what's going on here in the community and channel. And also thank you so much to all of our members. We do have memberships available to you. You get emotes, icons, all kinds of fun stuff as well, a little bit more. And I appreciate that support. Additionally, my friends, we have affiliate links and a swag and merch store that you can check out. Thank you so much for that support. I truly, really do appreciate it. Lastly, don't forget our socials. At me, chat me, stay connected. How are you using Mint Choco Cookie? Do you like what we have here? Let me know because that's what this game and community is all about. With that, we'll see you again soon. Best of luck with Mint Choco. I better be seeing you in those guild battles, my friends, or feel free to join our guild. With that, we'll see you again soon. Until next time, my friends, keep on running and look out for that tailwind.